think that Moneybagg Yo had surgery?
Oh, I know he had surgery.
What surgeries do you think he had? Okay, how soon is too soon to be twerking on Instagram after BBL?
Like I did for sure get treated differently because when I got the reduction, my breasts were super huge and I was treated like a piece of meat. Mm-hmm. So it was a Groupon client and she was like really upset about some of the wording on their pricing because she still had a balance.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Her. I have my girl, Christina, here for another part 2.
I'm so excited to be back, and thank you. I have the honor of being your first part 2 guest, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
It was so good. We had to run this back. I was like, oh, we're not done. We got to finish this conversation. You had to get into the smoke. Did you have a good time?
I did. I really did.
That's good.
Yes.
Thank you. So I do have a question for you. We're going to dive right into it.
Okay.
What is the most unrealistic expectations that clients have when immediately after getting surgery?
That is a good question. I say the most unrealistic expectations that they have is that it's overnight.
Yeah.
Like their whole entire journey is going to be overnight. Yeah. They'll think like, okay, I just was in Miami. I said that wrong. I just was out of town and then all of a sudden I'm back home and I'm just going to be snatched. And it's like, nah, you got a long way to go. You got some weeks. You got also work to do too.
Yeah, with your body.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the percentage of women who actually follow the post-op rules?
I feel like it's pretty high because the point of them getting the surgery is because they want those results. Right. So it's pretty high. It's like probably 75%. It's real rare that I had people that just did whatever they wanted to. And then also you got to think about they wasting their money too. Right. If they don't. Yeah. So it's lower, but it's usually a money issue.
So do you feel like after we're just going to use BBLs and recovery, afterwards, do you feel like women or men, it doesn't matter, anyone who gets a BBL, do you feel like they should have a gym plan afterwards?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
What do you think that should look like?
So you can't work out the first 6 weeks though. Okay. And then it depends on their health issues and their doctors. Some people can't work out for 8 weeks. It might go from 6 to 10 weeks, just depend on what's going on with the person. Right. But they should have some type of workout plan for after, because otherwise you're just going to get back to the way you were, or as the internet calls it, big back or whatever. It's just not going to be results. Everything's just going to revert right back to what it was.
So I have a really broad question that I want you to answer. So I want to know a horror story that makes you just say, okay, never again. Whether it's like working with a client, whether it's like you actually getting surgery, like, or just maybe like a networking event that just made you say, yeah, no, never again.
I definitely have one. I had a client that was definitely a horror story. Really? I was like, never again. So she just was real condescending and rude about every single thing, and she wanted to call me call or text me every few minutes about everything. It's like, you reach out to me because you know I'm the expert and I can help you for sure, but you gotta work with me too. Like she was just flat out mean, like about everything. Like if I gave her an answer, she said, "Are you sure?" Yeah. Like, of course I'm sure. I have 3,000. At the time I had 3,000 clients. By the time I retired, I had 4,000. So yes, I know what I'm talking about. Sure. Yeah. And then also, if you don't really believe in me, you could have went somewhere else. And that's actually what ended up happening. I refunded her money.
That's good.
The coin wasn't worth it. Yeah. Yeah, she was getting on my nerves. I was like, girl, bye.
So do you think that around 2 or around 3 is like necessary for some people, or do you feel like it's slightly an addiction?
No, I don't feel like 2 or 3 is an addiction. I think it don't become an addiction till like
3 or 4.
Ooh, even further, like maybe even 5. Yeah. 5 or 6. Okay. It might be a bit of an addiction at that point. But 2, the reason I don't say 2 is because sometimes things can't be all done at one time. Okay. Yeah. So maybe someone wants their breast done and a BBL, and their doctor has to split it up. So it's like they automatically get 2. But if you just keep getting the same thing, that it might be addiction at that point.
So have you ever told somebody like, "Oh, girl, you did a little too much"?
No. Nah, not to their face. No.
You thought about it,
I'm sure I thought it in my head, but nah, I said that.
So can you give us an idea of somebody who you think would have like a? Because when I hear 4 or 5 rounds of surgery, I think of like maybe like the Claremont twins. Like, who do you think of? Like, who could you compare like 4 or 5 rounds to? Somebody who may have done that.
The Claremont twins are a good example. They probably had 6 or 7 rounds. Yeah, that would be a good example. But that's the look that they want to go for. Like, that's their industry that fits them.
So even using them as an example, I hear a lot of people say like, when girls get BBLs, they're going to go back to working at the post office or working back at the school. But the Claremont twins, now they got that work done. They got a bag. So,
they definitely got a bag.
With that stereotype that if women get BBLs, they should. They have to work in nightlife or they have to be video vixens or whatever. Like, do you agree with that?
Oh, you're getting the smoke today. Yeah, I love it. So I feel like it's an investment, and just like if I go to college, I want to get a better job. So if you invest in your body, then whatever that investment is, do better.
Yeah. Okay. That's
so
fair.
Let's say even maybe they don't eat the same way that they used to. Like I can use myself for an example for that. So I used to eat soul food all day. I'm from St. Louis. I used to eat catfish, spaghetti, any of that. So now I really eat whole foods, not the grocery store, like whole organic foods. So I took the investment. I do better now. And I've had some clients tell me that they date better.
Hold on now, tell me that.
They tell me that they date better.
Okay.
Because their confidence is different and they don't deal with like BS that they used to. So I've had a lot of clients tell me that.
Oh, that's good.
Whatever it is, it should be elevated. Everything should be elevated.
Yeah.
So if they work at the post office, which actually pays really well and has super good benefits.
Yeah, a lot of good benefits.
So I feel like they should have named a crappy job, but the post office is a good job. But it's like if they do that, maybe they could do something else. They can also make money online, digitally, doing something else too.
Yeah.
They can make money lots of different ways.
Yeah. So do you think there's a such thing as a perfect BBL, or is it just all perspective?
It's all perspective. But I have in my head BBLs that I think are perfect, but it's all perspective.
Okay, name drop.
I love Lotto's BBL. Perfect. I think hers looks good. I have no idea. She said before that she didn't like it or something.
Yo, I think I seen her on her, she was on a radio show, or her podcast, I think it was, where she said that she likes it. She just doesn't think that she needed it, or she didn't think that she has to do it. Wait till our bodies get a little older, or like grown women weight, I think. Because then she got that weight and it was like, she probably didn't even need it.
So I feel like that was probably hating.
Okay.
I just feel like that was hating just so other people don't get one. Because she likes her BBL.
Yeah.
Like
it's always for real. Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's always showing some type of way like you like your BBL.
Yeah,
I do too. So
I think that's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think hers is one of my favorites. It's so many. I like the ones that look nice all the way from the top to bottom. So I like a lot of different BBLs.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see. Let's spicy this up some more. Do you think that Moneybagg Yo had surgery?
I know he had surgery.
What surgeries do you think he had?
He done had lipo, looks like ab etching, fillers in his face, probably buccal fat remover. He's had a lot of work done. Yeah.
Do you think
he
looks
the
only
totally different? Chin. He done had a lot of work done.
His teeth even look.
Yeah, his teeth look super good. He's vocal about that one. But
and who did he go? I think Mario or something. Mario.
Yep. He's got a place here in Atlanta too now, right?
Oh, I believe. I don't know.
I might be.
I'm scared of veneers. That's the only thing I'm kind of cool on. I want my real teeth. I want my teeth. I can't deal with the veneers.
I'm gonna get a Invisalign. But I don't want veneers.
Yeah.
Everybody got their
thing.
That's
fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Invisalign. That's still your teeth, though.
Yeah, I'm just getting Invisalign.
Okay, how soon is too soon to be twerking on Instagram after a BBL?
Let's see. Please don't be twerking on Instagram a week after your BBL. I've actually had this talk with a lot of my clients.
Yeah.
Because I follow them on Instagram and I click and see on their stories, I know she ain't got a bottle on top of her head.
Oh, that'll be me. That's why I'm just going to stick to the program.
Still bleeding, still got lymphatic, still everything. The faja just got put on and you out. Like this.
Yeah.
Too early.
So 6 to 8 weeks.
Yes, just wait. Just wait. And then drinking all that liquor usually makes people eat fried foods. You know, they're gonna want some chicken wings, some fries to soak up the liquor. Now we just headed down a line of bad decisions at that point. So
I agree.
I've had that conversation with plenty of clients.
So do you think that BBL aftercare should be regulated instead of just like at your own discretion?
It is regulated. It's supposed to be. You should be a licensed massage therapist. But I did notice that there's gray areas between a lot of things as far as regulation. Yeah. So I feel like as long as a person is honestly doing them well, like not trying to do harm, I feel like it should be okay. Yeah. But if it's something that's more difficult, like they still have drains in or they still have blood coming out, like please just send them to a professional. Don't be just trying to say I'm your cousin and I can fix this in a basement. Like, go to a professional.
I agree with that 100%. So what is your take on the trend of reversing BBLs or butt shots? So I'm not really sure if it's like, are they like reversing their BBL or are they getting rid of them butt shots?
They get rid of butt shots.
So I want to get deep into it because you know this person. I don't really want to say the name like all the way out. Like, okay, so was that a BBL or was that butt shots?
Butt shots. That was butt shots. She got removed. I want to say she said it, but
I didn't know. I seen the transformation on the internet. So I didn't know.
It's different. So a lot of people do say they reverse their BBL, but you can't. They're reversing. They're getting butt shots removed. As they should, though, because it's an illegal foreign substance
in your body.
Floating around, stuck in their body, yeah. And then you don't know what the substance is. It might cause them to be sick. Anything could happen. So they should be getting those reversed. Yeah. But it's not a BBL. And then also I seen people say something like, I got my BBL removed, but really she had got her shots removed. And then she's like, I'm completely natural now. Well, technically you're not because you can't get rid of liposuction. How can you reverse lipo? You can't. You can't. Yeah. Once they suck the fat out of you, it's gone.
It's work. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get big again, but you can't unreverse a lipo. So
what year did you get? So what was your first surgery?
My surgery, I surely just showed Maya mine. That was my first surgery. I think that was 2020, I want to say. Okay. Yeah, okay. That was a breast lift and breast reduction was my first surgery.
And then what was behind that one?
That was, I got a BBL after that.
Okay. So do you feel like men treated you differently once you got your body done?
I feel like they treated me differently after the breast reduction. For sure. Okay. 1,000%. 1,000%. Okay. And I was happier with the results too.
So it changed for the better?
Yes, it changed way for the better.
Okay. Could you ever date somebody who was like anti-surgery?
No. No. Okay. Because they too, why he so up in women's business?
Exactly.
Why is he so worried and pressed? That's just screaming, he too worried about women's business. Care? Yeah, why does he care? And then also, that's my literal business. How you gonna be against my business? This isn't gonna work. Yeah. Yeah. So but I did for sure get treated differently because when I got the reduction, my breasts were super huge and I was treated like a piece of meat. That's all they would look at. Yeah. They didn't even know I had eyes. Yeah. They did not know I had eyes. Yeah, I used to wear certain clothes to cover up my body because they were just, I felt so naked because they just stare right at them. Mm-hmm.
So would you be able to date a man who got a little lipo?
If he got lipo? Yeah. No, I don't want to date a man that got lipo.
But that's his business.
That is his business, but I don't want to date him, baby. Mm-mm.
No, I don't blame you. I just feel like that's so like,
yeah. Because I would prefer him to be more masculine acting. Mm-hmm. So he
should have been in that gym. getting them abs on his own.
Yeah, did he have kids? Yeah, like nah. No, but that's just my preference. So
Okay, so what's the pettiest thing that you stopped dating a guy for? And now that you look back, kind of petty, but it's not really petty because it's like a bigger picture. But
yeah,
if somebody was a stranger, like, that's kind of petty.
I stopped dating someone because he was too active on social media.
Yeah, that's a woman's thing. Like, I would stop dating him too.
He was just too active on there. It was so annoying. Every few minutes he's talking about something online. Like, don't you have your own business going, something about your own self. I don't want to hear about online all day.
Honestly, I don't even want a man with a phone. So if you got one, that might check you off my list, but that's just me.
I would love I would for sure date a guy that's just not on social media, or if he was, he just got like a little page with 30 followers. Or
a little couple followers.
The followers, if a guy has followers, that does not like thirst me out. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, he has a bunch of followers.
If a guy had a lot of followers, it'll probably make me not want to talk to them.
It might make me run the other way. Yeah, it might actually make me run the other way, but
might be a business transaction if you got enough.
Yeah, because some people equate followers to, oh, he must be a great person. That doesn't have nothing to do with how he acts as a person. Nothing at all.
Okay, so do you think that women should tell men about their surgeries if they're dating them, even though they don't already know?
So the guy doesn't know?
So, like, I'm dating a guy and I got a BBL. Do you think I'm obligated to tell him, like, hey, I have had a BBL before?
No, because he's not obligated to talk about every haircut and phase that he didn't went through. Or back in the day I lost 20 pounds this month and then I gained it. Like, I don't gotta hear his whole workout journey, so he don't gotta hear my whole body journey. Yeah, that's why else they don't need to be on social media, because they could just look my stuff up. Exactly. So that's why I'm like, you don't gotta be online all day.
I do agree with that. I don't feel like we should have to disclose our surgery.
Yeah, no. It's
now, if you know, you know.
Yeah. And then if y'all rock it, you more than likely might mention it anyway. At some point, you're probably going to say something. But we on a first date, like at the table, I'm not going to be like, so I had a BBL years ago.
Yeah,
like,
and a breast reduction too.
Yeah, let's just, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, not your business.
Right.
Who else, what other man do you feel like had surgery that people wouldn't think of? I say Drake. No shade.
I believe Drake did too as well. I for sure think Drake. So I feel like Yo Gotti got some work done.
I could see Yo Gotti.
A lot of people don't say him.
Yeah. I could see, just because he got them big old veneers. Like, I feel like I don't put nothing past no man with
I don't put past them.
Veneers.
If I had some tea, I would sip it.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like Yo Gotti did.
So what about his girlfriend?
He appeared with the hair out of nowhere. Like, nobody ever talks about the hair transplant.
Oh, yeah. He went to Turkey. He
went to Turkey, got a hair transplant.
So he's dating one of the sisters, Angela, I think?
Yeah.
What do you think about her? Do you think she got some surgery?
No, I don't think so. I don't think she got anything done. I think her body's completely natural.
Yeah. You could tell.
I feel like she's a gym girly.
I could see that.
Yeah. I feel like she's a gym girl.
That.
Her sister got lipo, though. Her sister is a advocate for, I won't say the liposuction place, but
yeah. But did her sister have a baby or no?
She did. Oh, she did. Yeah, okay. She's an advocate or influencer for a place.
Okay. So let's dive into the It Girl chat a little bit. What do you think is your biggest challenge with the It Girl chat right now?
I feel like the biggest challenge with the It Girl chat was stopping to create it. It took me 2 years to make it.
To actually start.
Yeah. It took me 2 whole years. I was supposed to be done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just kept getting sidelined or just all this other stuff, or I was too busy, too booked. It was
too much going on.
I could never just sit down and put this map for women in writing.
Yeah.
Well, in typing and put it down. I couldn't do anything.
So what do you feel like the It Girl chat is doing for your community right now?
Oh, it's helping a lot as far as there's so much misinformation out. It's like, this is real information that has actually worked on thousands of women, and it's coming from someone who went to school, studied it, and knows surgery versus a random TikTok from a girl that just went and got her body done. And then a week later, she's teaching classes. Like, I see that all the time. That's what made me want to create it. Because I just seen that happen too much. And it's like, that is great that you want to help others after you got your body done, but that doesn't make you an expert. You could be an expert at your own self. That's great. But me, I would be an expert at all these 4,000 different bodies and seeing what happened with them. So it's like night and day. So I wanted to get rid of all that, cut through that noise, and just help them know, okay, this is an actual expert telling me.
So what do you feel like? So how is the program set up? I just want to dive into the It Girl chat, because so when people are watching this, they know like, okay, I might be fit for that program.
Oh, it's self-guided, so it's super easy. Once they log in, I got a whole little setup.
Okay.
They log into their membership area, and then they can watch all the videos at their own self-paced time at home. And then I got tons and tons of downloads and templates in there, planners, like things to help them eat, because the eating is a big part. I got exercises in there. I got everything as far as health. And then I even got some mental clarity in there too. Okay. Because people think getting their body done is just the outside. It's your inside too. Yeah. Because you can't have your body, well, I ain't gonna say you can't. You shouldn't have your body done with a crappy inside. Yeah. It happens, but we don't want that. Yeah. So I got things in there to help people with our mental as well too.
That's awesome. I really love that. And, you know, one of these days, I'm going to go lay on that table, girl.
You don't have to.
I just want to. I want a restoration.
It has to be a you want to thing, though. As long as it's you and not somebody coercing you or pressuring you. As long as it's you, then that's fine. But if it's somebody making somebody want to do it, that's not what
So what do you feel like is one of the biggest red flags, like a woman or man should look for when going into surgery with a doctor? Like something you should be like, catch that right there, because they do that.
They really should be careful overseas. Okay. Not, I would say in Mexico, they should just be careful in Mexico. Yeah. There's a lot of doctors that don't do good work in Tijuana, and there's a few that do good work, but to me, it's more that don't do good work than
than it's do good work.
So the red flags for them to check out is on their page. What color are their towels and garments? Are they white? I seen a doctor with black ones. It's like, are you trying to hide dirt and blood? Why is everything black?
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't think about that.
Yes, like, and then he had a trash can in his operating room that was open. And that's supposed to be closed, covered. Yeah, it should be sealed. Look for a cleanliness in a doctor, anything like that. And then, of course, make sure they're board certified. Yeah. If they're in America, make sure they're board certified.
So how do we know when they're not?
You can look on websites, but also you can ask too. Okay. Yeah, you can ask. If they are, it's going to be proudly put on their website too.
Okay. Well, have you ever had any male post-op clients?
I've only had two, and that's it. Two.
Okay, then I can
two
ask
straight ones. Yeah.
Would you date any of your post-op clients who are no longer your clients, but just kind of spun the block, like they liked your vibe and they want to take you on a date?
No.
Because they got surgery.
No, and then I've seen them, like, it's just too awkward. No, I wouldn't date them. No.
It's okay.
They were married, though, too, anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So what are some of your qualifications if you were looking? Oh, wait, I asked you that and you put me on game and I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
I asked you that before. Do you remember?
Yes. Yeah. So in case somebody didn't watch the part one, which they should. Yeah. But I said that I don't like to give up my qualifications because then the guy will just mirror whatever it is that I'm saying. If I say I want him to be charming, open the door, the first thing he's going to do is pretend to be charming and open the door. So I like that. Yeah. I've been bamboozled too many times. I don't do that no more.
So we're going to dive into our game again that we played last time. Okay. I got some new names. Okay, so this is called Name Drop. I say a name. You say if they are body T or should stop. Are you ready?
Body T or should stop?
Yeah. Is the body good? Is it perfect? Did they get surgery? Or should they just go ahead and stop? Okay. You ready? Monica.
The singer? I don't think she got anything done.
Nothing?
No, she doesn't give me surgery.
Bernice Burgos.
She's like gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's
fire.
I think she's done herself. Her surgery, she's a great example of what to do after surgery. Mm-hmm. Like, she works out. I ain't never even seen that girl eating a cheeseburger.
I don't see her drink either. I don't ever really see her drink a lot.
I don't feel like she drinks.
She was in the nightlife for a while working, but I never really see her drink.
I don't feel like she drinks. I've just seen her drink Fiji water. That's like, she looks good.
Okay, so JT.
I feel like she lies about her stuff a lot.
Yeah. I think she got something done with her breast. Do you feel like that?
Yes. I feel like she got her breast done, and then she always arguing with people about her lips, too. I feel like she probably got like a lip flip, and she doesn't count that as lip filler because technically it's not. It's filler around this area. But I feel like JT loves surgery, and she just doesn't
want to
talk about it. Yeah, that's what I feel about JT.
Okay, what about Nene Leakes?
Nene Leakes loves surgery too. She looks so good. She's
like aging backwards.
She is. I hope that I look that good at Nene Leakes' age as well. Like, she looks super good.
I do love her. Yeah. What about Jocelyn Hernandez?
Jocelyn. Oh, she's one of my favorite bodies. I feel like she's gotten work done too, for sure. But I feel like she works out like crazy. Yeah. Like, I feel like she's a gym girl. Mm-hmm. She got a lot of muscles. So it's like, those aren't from surgery. So her muscles are from the gym for sure.
Yep. Okay, so what about Amber Rose? I think breasts for sure.
I feel like she got possibly butt shots back in the day, and then her breasts for sure. And then I feel like she just kind of works out now. Yeah. Or doesn't eat, or who knows. I really don't pay her too much attention. Yeah. Yeah, she's
not really one of my faves.
She's not.
Lori Harvey.
Lori Harvey. She is a straight up gym girl. Yeah. I don't feel like she got anything done. Yeah. If anything, possibly maybe some Botox or filler, lips, something up here. But I don't feel like this way she got anything.
Okay. Ashanti.
I feel like she's very natural. Yeah. I've seen her over the years, and she remained that same thick stallion. Yeah. And then she got a baby with Nelly, who's from St. Louis.
Okay.
And she got even thicker. Yes, 314. And she got even thicker, and that's from the baby. She didn't that's from the baby.
Mm-hmm. Suki
with the good cat. Suki is such a surgery girl. I love how she's super open about her surgery. I love how she takes people on her journey. I love everything. I like her shape too. Yeah. Her like latest round is amazing. Yeah. Now, the ones previous weren't my favorite, but this one, she looks super good.
She looks pretty good. I
I noticed she eats different too now. Mm-hmm. She eats a lot of salads and stuff now too.
Cash
Doll. I feel like Cash Doll lies about a lot of stuff. Yeah. I guess she didn't technically lie about her age, but I feel like she just
won't say it.
Won't admit anything. But I feel like she got work done back in the day. I feel like she probably has like some old butt shots or something.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think hers give shots too. Yeah. I love me some Cash Doll, but she definitely gives shots.
Her stomach also looks like she had tummy tuck too. If you ever look at her stomach, like at the bottom, it looks stretched towards the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So
already though, she just started having kids.
It looked like that before the kids.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
It's like the tattoo placement. Like, it just looks like she had a tummy tuck.
Why do you think women get a tummy tuck before kids, though? I just don't feel like that makes a lot of sense.
I feel like she did because she's an entertainer.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's why she did.
Yeah. We'll leave that to her. Alexis Sky.
She says that she didn't have a BBL. So I'm only inclined to be like, okay, well, you have shots. Yeah. So it's like, your butt is big.
Something ain't right.
There's something back there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm like, she must have shots. And then she's also like a industry girl. And she did something with post-op before, a recovery home or something. Yeah. At some point in her life. So I believe she also had lipo. But I really love her shape. She looks really good.
Okay. We're going to end it off with, even though you're a barb, Megan Thee Stallion.
I feel like she got work done and lies about it.
You think so?
Yes.
Why am I think I am biased because she's tall.
Yeah.
I feel like it just doesn't look like she got any surgery.
She just gives me that she got a little bit of lipo. That's all. Just,
okay, I can see
lipo. Maybe a little
I
bit
can see
of
lipo, but she be going through a lot. So she could just be losing that weight.
She could.
I don't know.
She could.
Diddy.
Not Diddy wears a faja though.
Really?
Yeah, I got a video. I screen recorded him getting ready for the Met Gala before, and he for
faja?
sure had on a faja.
He
He had on a faja. So I don't even know anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, who basically I wouldn't put it past Diddy. I wouldn't put it past him.
What is a faja?
So a faja is a garment that you can wear with or without surgery, because some people got the misconception like if you have on a faja, you just automatically got surgery. It's similar to a waist shaper, but it has legs on it and it's just smoother. You can hide it under your clothes way better than a waist shaper.
Yeah,
it helps compress
keep
and keep it together. It also gives an hourglass shape.
Yeah.
So I love a faja.
I love my faja, and I have never had surgery yet. Heavy on the yet. So we're about to play this game called Put It on the Floor. My card game. It's a beauty industry game.
Okay.
And I think you're gonna like it.
Yes.
So let's get into the smoke. Okay. You get to choose any card you want.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll just read it.
I'm scared.
Okay. Just pass
this one.
Perfect. Okay. Have you ever put a client on blast on social media over non-payment or drama?
I have. Yes.
Tell me.
I have.
Tell me.
I had to because it was for a class.
Oh,
yeah.
Them classes be expensive.
Yes. She tried to dispute $3,000. I sure did put her on blast. And did.
I don't blame you.
And I won the dispute though because it was all on. I had cameras, so the whole transition of you being in there, learning, sitting down for hours, everything was on camera. I got her license.
And then, like,
none
you're
of
like the queen of St. Louis. Like, she thought she was gonna get away with that.
Yes, yeah. I don't know what. I think it was a money issue. I think she just thought, like, I'm gonna just get this class for free, and then go back to my hometown and make some money from it. But that's not how this works. You have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely put her on blast.
Next card.
Go with this one.
Okay, we're gonna do one more. That was just a dupe of the same one.
Okay. Well, I keep going to this spot.
This one's funny. Have you ever accepted a non-monetary payment for service, i.e., food stamps?
No, I have not. No.
Service for service?
Maybe when I first started, I could have. I'm gonna just say that because I want somebody in the comments like back in 2018. Yes, you did, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
So how do you feel about the service for service thing?
I don't like it because let's all of us. We should just pay. Yeah, just pay. Plus, what if one person's service is crappy, and then was that even a fair exchange?
And I'm not gonna lie, my little last check stay hitting me with that. Let's do service for service. I'm like, come on, but a $65 wax and your service is like $125 to $150. Hell yeah, we can do service for service. But on her end, it just makes no sense to me.
Yeah. So I prefer it. We'll leave those to
the people who like it.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with those if they choose to.
Have you ever turned away a client just because you didn't like their vibe?
I have kind of. So I had someone who was super messy and she kept talking about other service providers. So she came to me from another girl from her post-op. And all she did was keep talking about the other person so much to the extent that I'm like, do you really like that person? Are you trying to fake me out to talk about them? Are you trying to set me up?
Yeah, is this a setup?
Yeah, so I did fire her in a way. I just kept telling her I was too booked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I did it like in a nice way.
Okay.
But she was just too gossipy for me. It was not my vibe.
Have you ever been attracted to a same-sex client but kept it professional?
No.
You don't swing that way?
No. I have not been attracted to. They're gorgeous though, but like my client is my client. Like,
speaking of gorgeous, how do you feel about Gorgeous Doll in her body? Please tell
me.
Is that the one who she lost like a bunch of weight?
Yeah,
and like now
she was arguing with Future.
Yes,
she looks super good.
She looks good.
So she's another good example of doing what you're supposed to do. Besides her going to go get the bag, she did that. She elevated that. But what I really meant for doing what she's supposed to do, she clearly got to work out or something because she lost the weight first, I believe.
Yeah, I think she did lose the weight first.
Yeah, so it's like she's just doing everything she's supposed to.
Yeah, I like that for her. I like that for her. She's cute. Have you ever gotten into a physical fight with a coworker or client?
No, you know what? No, I had someone who was arguing and getting loud with me though, and I thought that my friends were gonna have to fight her.
Okay.
Have
you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, but I was a kid. Yeah, I'm not fighting.
No, I feel like I've been like that ever since I had locks. Like I'd be like, fighting? You're gonna pull my no. I'm okay.
No,
I'm okay.
No, and my friends were there. So my best friends Dwayne and Kiki, they were physically there, and I had a client who this was so when I first started too. So this is how it was when I first started. I used Groupon back then. So this would never even exist now. So it was a Groupon client, and she was like really upset about some of the wording on their pricing because she still had a balance. It was only a couple dollars. It was like $10. Yeah. She came out and was like really getting rah-rah and arguing with me. And Dwayne was like, just give me the word, girl. I will twirl her off through here. And I was like, no, I don't.
Shout out to Dwayne.
Dwayne was ready to twirl her, get her ready. But I'm like, no, we can't be doing that. This is a real business. So that was the only instance, and that's actually what made me stop doing Groupon, was her. So shout out to her for making me up my price.
Yeah. So how do you feel about like the communities, or like, I know I met you in like the spa community. So like, how do you feel about those now?
I love them. So I don't really get to hang out as much as I can because it's like when you're a little busy, you can't do as much, but just try to dibble and dabble. I don't see anything wrong with them. I love them. I think they're helpful because then we could talk to other people that's going through the same thing, that understand us. You can even get ideas and insight, but there's a problem with that too. Because the problem is some of them will start copying. It'll become, instead of like you're going for ideas, to straight up copying.
Everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It'll turn into like,
this is a copy.
So everybody's doing the same thing. Yeah. And then I also feel like there isn't, I was in a community before, and I'm not gonna lie, it was amazing. It was amazing when I was in it. That's how I met you. That's how I met a lot of people. But then it was amazing until it wasn't no more. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, because sometimes
these girls mean business. Like, even, I don't know if you remember, but I was like 19, 20, and I like bought shots for everybody. I don't care. No shit. I make money. So I'm over here, I'm buying shots for everybody. And there was a lot of like, just women who were a little bit older than me.
Sometimes the older people could be hating.
Haters.
Yeah, so haters come in every shape, form, age, size, color, everything. So
I was not prepared for that. Like, that scared me. I don't think I could ever... I don't want to say ever, but it definitely ran me away from networking. I don't remember the last time I even went to like a networking or a big like community thing. Like, y'all think that like my generation is mean girls? Baby, them ladies who was born in the 70s, 80s, they don't mess around, like, for real. Like, they are pretty mean.
That's like the downside of communities, is that it can get catty because everybody's trying to outdo each other. Everyone's trying to one up the other person, and then it could come to brown nosing, like trying to be the favorite. And that's
exactly what it turned into. Because as I could remember, it was only me and like maybe a few other girls who did waxing, like full on, like that's just all we do. And it was turned into, okay, no, this is my favorite today. You know, that's my favorite tomorrow. Oh no,
I don't have time.
It kind of turned into that, and me being so young, I kind of fed off of that. Like, I really want to be her favorite. Yeah. And I just will never bring myself to do that again. Like, it makes me kind of cringy just thinking about it. Yeah. But that community was so amazing. But if you don't do it in the right way, if you don't have that much confidence in yourself, it will chew you up and spit you right out.
Yes. Yeah. And with age comes wisdom. So that's good that you learn that.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you also when you're in one of those communities, you gotta not care what people think. Yeah. You just can't. Yeah. It's just part of it.
It just doesn't matter. It's just like. And that's all, like, when I think about it, that's all I cared about. Like, I just hope they like me. Like, this gonna make me so much money if they like me. That makes no sense.
Yeah. See, you would do good in one now.
Yeah.
Because you know the.
I think I'm gonna start tapping in a little bit more, but I was like, oh no, never again. Never again.
What I do now is join other communities. So I'll go to a networking event that has nothing to do with spa because I want to learn about what's going on in y'all community.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you're going to be like the outsider, so you're going to look like,
and I'm learning. Yeah, like I went to financial ones, and I don't do credit repair. So it was just fun and interesting to learn.
What was that one that I think you went to, like, speaking engagement with Wallow, I think.
Yeah, I did. I went to that one. So that one was really good, and it was for credit repair people. I'm not a credit repair person, but I like to do that, to go to something that I'm not necessarily part of, because maybe I want to be part of it.
Yeah, and you're very trustworthy, especially coming from the post-op and people like basically giving their life to you almost.
Yes.
It's like, I can about see if you can even do my credit now. I don't know.
Yeah, I like to explore different communities and see what they're talking about, because they gonna have ideas that my community doesn't have, and definitely that I don't have, because I can't go off of what my community does anyway. Because I want to be different. So I don't want to do the same thing as them.
Exactly. I agree with that. So now I have a question, and it's like, conversations with her, it's like my baby, and we're closing out, and I just loved it. And I would like to know, what would you like to tell her? And when I ask that question, I mean like those girls who look like you, the girls who don't look like you, just any woman who's in the industry, who's growing up, who wants to become an entrepreneur, and they just don't know where to start. Like, what would you tell her?
That's a really good question. So I would tell her, cut the noise and lock in. My life didn't get better until I locked in. And a lot of people feel like locking in is cliche. Oh, do it. No, it's real. That's why people are successful. They're saying that you have to cut the noise. You have to, if you have a friend that's telling you, girl, don't do that. You're not going to do it. That's boring. Forget them.
Yeah.
Like, you have to lock in and just do what you're doing and not care what other people are thinking.
Yeah, that's good.
And you got to stay focused. If you can do that for about, I'd even say 60 days, just learning, writing, physically writing, because if you write things, it helps you learn better.
Yeah.
Filming what you're doing, filming your journey. That's what I would say that they need to do first. And then they'll even know if that's what they want to do.
For real, yeah.
Because maybe within that 60 days, they find out, like, I don't even want to do this. This isn't the path I want. Or they might even hear a message from God and be like, this isn't my path. I'm supposed to be doing something else.
Different, yeah.
And then they find that out, all from locking in.
I love that. Thank you. And thank you for coming. It's always a good time having you on my show.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm so honored to be the first come back.
Yes. Like, it was so good. Like, you literally had to come back. Like, that was so good. I had so many more questions. I was like, I really want her to come back. So thank you so much. I'm appreciative. Okay, so can you tell the people how to find you?
Yes, so if they're an Instagrammer, just find me on Instagram at Amour_Body, AMOUR body. And I have a link in there that takes you to all my links. Or if you're not an Instagrammer, you can also just Google or type in ChristinaRoddy.com, and that'll do the same. It'll take you to all my links.
Period. ChristinaRoddy.com.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. I'm so appreciative of you. And thank you guys for watching another episode of Conversations with Her. Bye.